Another lovely day in the neighborhood. That that dude, Mr. Rogers, man. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day, my neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? In New York City, that's like it's a wonderful neighborhood. Oh, don't stab me. Here's my wallet. Take it, man. Take it all. Take it. Just don't kill me. This is the world we are in. And we are in a crazy world. I'm sure you guys have just seen so much of just killing and all this senseless tragedy. I'm here to say I'm going a different direction, man, because you can tune into any of these horrible television stations and watch them kind of cash in on people's misery, and they're saying they're doing it out of journalistic integrity to be in the field. They're starting to get killed, man. These journalists get knocked off. This is a war zone. It's not playland, you know. But there's true tragedy going on, and those of us who are in the know exactly where all this is going to go, which is even more horrible. So the only thing you can do is live for today, man. Enjoy today, because you never know what the hell is going to happen tomorrow. So I'll say that. I like this Mayor Eric Adams. I'm starting to like him after that playing the race card. I didn't like that stuff. He must have felt awfully isolated in that room with Hochul, Governor Hochul, and everybody else looking at him for answers in New York City. So they just get the job. And the last guy ran the city into the ground to the point where it is in the ground. And here these people looking at you for answers and wanting to know why this is happening. And the only thing you could do is say, well, you're judging me unfairly because I'm black. That's not the way to go. He should have walked into that meeting with a laundry list of needs. You want me to stop crime in New York City? I need this, and this, and this. Oh, and more cops and more training for cops and that. Instead he didn't really, you know, maybe he thought it was going to be some meet and greet. You have to have a plan. If there's no plan, there's no attack. If there's no attack, there's no victory. Have to have a plan. So Eric Adams, today, happy happy Thanksgiving, happy St. Patty's Day. I don't know why I keep saying happy Thanksgiving. Freaking mental. I'm mental. I say that for everything. Happy Valentine's Day comes out. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my God. What was that stupid snowman with the one that melted? See the snowman. Now you have a catchphrase when it came to Happy Thanksgiving. Eric Adams, Mayor of New York, newly, is bringing his party mayor rep to the return of St. Patty's Day in the Big Apple. So keep in mind, things are reopening, and COVID is now starting to rage again in the U.S. There's states where you have this Omicron, the B2. It's Omicron's sister is taking over, and there's a lot of new infections popping up, and people are starting to get sick again. And now you have high gas prices, people jamming for the trains, they're jamming for the subways, they're jamming for other mass transit, and not wearing masks. I saw people all happy not to wear the mask. You have the perfect storm. And this is what's happening now today. I'm just adding that in there in case you guys are wondering. And of course, the Deltacron, the Delta variant and Omicron coming together for you, just for you. Don't you feel special? So anyway, get vaccinated. You want to stop it from happening? You want to help yourself? Do you want to get not as sick? Get vaccinated, all right? And don't be afraid. Don't be a fool. There's no toxic ingredients. All this other stuff people say is lies or misinformation and all that. I can tell you firsthand. I know. So anyway, you can trust me, guys. I'm telling you why. Because people don't get as sick when they have the vaccine, and you don't want to be one of those people. This virus is just going to wear down people's immune system until they're dead. It's going to keep going around and around, all these reinfections and whatever. So get vaccinated. Anyway, And all you people out there pregnant, if he's saying that you don't want to get vaccinated because there's deformities and whatever, there's nothing, no information out there. The ingredients actually in the vaccines are very common to other things, so it's not likely you're going to be dropping dead from it anytime soon. COVID, maybe, yeah. You definitely don't want that if you're pregnant. So anyway, that's my that's my PSA in case you guys care. So the mayor of New York, so he goes, to a pub first thing this morning, I guess. Let's see, and has Guinness Stout. You know what I liked about the video? He's hanging out with all the people from the pub, and they have their little kid with them, and they're all sitting at the table having a tall, nice, ice cold glass of Guinness Stout. I'm not a beer drinker, man, but that is appealing. I will tell you, I do like Guinness Stout. I use it like when I'm making Irish stew or Irish coffee. I like using it somewhere there. I do add a little bit, whatever. I like doing things the right way. You know. So, all right. As let's see, let me get that. So Adam says that the parade is just more than just a ceremonial march. It is displaying the strength of the Irish people. Irish people are the individuals who built New York City. Actually, they helped build. Some Italians tossed in there, some black people too, and all kinds of people were building New York City. Not just the Irish, but they were definitely in a group, right? But so then, before entering, let's see, the Pig and Whistle Public House, the vegan lifestyle professing Adams joked that his name was Eric O. Adams and quipped he downed Guinness right after a smoothie. So someone's going to have to make a few bathroom breaks there. And, New York City, there are not a lot of bathrooms available. That's my biggest complaint. If you're going to have a complaint about New York City, aside from people being stabbed and shot and all the other crime going on, which is expected, especially now, bathrooms. There's no bathrooms. Starbucks has bathrooms open to people, but sometimes there's like homeless people living in there or something, or some people are in there. I went in one. I had to pee so bad. I parked my car on the street, not even in a parking zone, which you don't do. You come back and be gone or have some boot on there. I run inside to Starbucks and then go to the bathroom. I was just thankful it's freaking there. And then knocked on the door, like who was in there. You ever watch that movie Friday, like Next Friday or Friday? And the guy's like knocking on the bathrooms, like, get out of there. That's the way I was. This chick comes out with this dumb face. But then she saw how like huge I was, 6'5", wearing black and an urgent type of face, but polite. Get out my way. I gotta pee. Yeah, where are you gonna get peed on? That's really more where it was at. And after that, I got awesome coffee and I had to pee again another hour later. But New York City should have more bathrooms. If you want to have a happy city, you want to have a city just for bathrooms, man. Just put some bathrooms around, you know? All right. So, but this guy's drinking ice cold Guinness. I like that, He posed for pictures and drank another Guinness at a bar table with two men in army uniforms, as well as the owner of the pub, Eugene Wilson, and its manager, Teresa Burke-Sigler. Couple beers. This guy's doing all right. Getting a little buzz on as mayor. What else you got to do? You know what I mean? And they're a pair of sisters visiting the Big Apple from Corofin in County Galway, Ireland, had narrowly missed seeing the mayor. See, this is the only time that Irish people matter in New York City, man. St. Patty's Day. And it was an Italian who freed the or whatever, drove the snakes out of Ireland and helped people. The Italian. In fact, he was bought by pirates and sold by pirates. So you can thank pirates for all of this. Pirates Day, There's no is there a Pirates Day? They'll march down Fifth Avenue. The girls said about the mayor, he's up for the crack, whipped her sister. Or they always have to, Irish people, man. They always have to throw that in your face. The crick, the crate. I like Irish people. Except when they talk, they always sound like they're so angry or depressed. I don't know what you're talking about. Just like did always incensed by something, you know? Did you try the scones yet? I don't know. They're awfully good. I suggest you try them now. All right, there, Mr. McGee. I'll try it. Give me some of that Irish whiskey, and we'll be having a good day. You know that here's some Irish whiskey trivia for y'all. Jameson's, the Irish whiskey company, was the only company that existed the Irish War on. Well, I'll just say the whiskey wars, right? And then they came out on top. Every Irish whiskey that exists today, made in Ireland, is made with a Jameson's distillate. So these guys keep this they keep their yeast and stuff like that for 100 years, whatever. This old family stuff, they have a nice chunk of it, and it keeps growing, and they keep taking a little bit and whatever. It's an amazing process. If you know anything about whiskey, I got into it a while ago. It's very fun. It's more fun to whiskey taste than wine taste. I will say that to you. You know what I mean? Wine is wine. I'd rather have grape juice if I'm going to drink. If I could have something like that. Wine just tastes like that grape juice went bad, and I don't know why I'm drinking it. But whiskey tastes like it could cure you. Whatever you drink. One time when I had like a root canal and the tooth was infected, it was terrible, and they gave me antibiotics. I had some Knob Creek 120 proof, man. It's called cask strength, 120 proof, right? Beautiful. Not watered down and nothing. There's also distiller's strength, so there's a higher level, right? But that I put that in my mouth. Oh my God. It like cured me. There was no more pain. There was no more nothing. The infection was gone. See, something too. Hey, instead of getting a prescription for antibiotics, they just give you a bottle of nice cask strength bourbon and send you on your way. All right. So the mayor wore a green tie for the occasion, and then marched in the St. Patty's Day parade, which is back in full force since since the first time since 2019. 2019, and I don't know why 2019, because COVID broke out in 2020. Okay, starting at 44th Street. While at one point gushing that he was feeling the energy after being greeted with cheers. Yeah, he had a whole bunch of Guinness stouts. I'd be feeling the energy too. I'm feeling the energy. I'm drunk as shit. Feeling the energy. How you feeling, Mr. Mayor? I'm drunk as shit. What was that, Mr. Mayor? Bah, 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 bah. We knew this guy, Alex. He used to talk like that. Blah, 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 blah. And you don't know what the hell he was saying. You just kind of just agree with him. Yeah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Let's see. He walked along NYPD Commissioner Sewell. Of course, this mayor used to be a transit cop. He was a transit cop for a long time. He knows the subways. He knows the police. He knows the everything. Yeah. Let's see. And he had a marching band. I'm sure he didn't remember at this point. How many Guinness stouts does it take to not remember something? I don't know. It's like how many licks does it take to get to a set of a Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop. I think you could probably discover the Guinness stout thing before the Tootsie Roll thing in terms of experiments. Be worthwhile trying. I don't know, man. It is St. Patty's Day. Let's see. After exiting 78th Street, that's where it starts getting a little dicey. 78th Street, 78th Street. You want to end your parade around there. You know what I mean? Because 80th Street gets a little dangerous. You know what I mean? So you want to stay in that. Turn around at 78. Go back. He walked into an apartment to use the restroom. See? He walked into an apartment before being driven to City Hall. Yeah, he had to make a pit stop, dump all that beer, man. And what did I say? There's no bathrooms, He should have just complained right there in the street saying no bathroom and peed on the you know the sidewalk like everybody else does in New York now. New York and other places. Just take a leak on the sidewalk. One thing I hate about New York is no bathrooms. Hold on. You guys kind of stand behind me while I take care of something over here. All right. Adams was well received during his jaunt, though he was heckled outside the pig and whistle, by a parent who wanted their young children to be allowed to go unmasked in public school. And when people got to ruin it. Baby, baby, baby. Just tell her to shut up. You got a few beers in you, man. You know? I want my kid to go to school with no mask. Shut up. I got drunk here. Don't tell him. Don't bring me down. Typical. Typical. Don't pull that female pull me down when I'm trying to have fun. Talk to him. Tell me an email. Send me something. Send me something tomorrow when I wake up. So what is the logic behind this? Fumed. Naum Goldstein. There you go. Naum Goldstein wasn't feeling St. Patty's Day, I guess. She's a parent of a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, shouting, "The parents have a voice too." He just said, "No, you don't." Shut up. Shut up. You might want my kid with the meth. Shut up. But my kid, shut up. No, but you don't understand. Shut up, I said. I'm the mayor. I'll hold you in jail 48 hours at Rikers. You'll never be the same ever again. You want to keep talking? You'll never be the same. Yeah, hear? Go have fun with your puppies and kittens and leave me alone with my Guinness. It's St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day. Leave me the hell alone. The celebration comes after last week Adams marched in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Queens. They got to get the jump on the holiday. Do theirs a little earlier because nobody ever wants to go to Queens. Queens is not anybody's destination. It's either an airport or you're lost and you don't know where the hell you are and you're horrified at things that you're seeing and you realize you're either in Queens or Brooklyn. Yeah. I got lost in Brooklyn one time. I was going to my sister's daughter's baptism, right? Some Italian joint. Oh, Catholic church. That's right. And then driving her super hot, mega hot, unbelievably hot friend. And I liked her too, but she was older than me, but still nice to have her in the car. She actually freshened my whole car up, I remember to this day. So it's good. She freshened it up, man. Smelled nice for a couple of days even after that. So we're like looking for this, my sister's the queen of giving bad directions, and there was no GPS back then or anything, so you just either had a map and could read a map, and I could. Gave me the address, we go and look for the place, and it's some sausage factory, which wouldn't be a terrible thing, you know what I mean? But it wasn't what I was looking for at that time. So then I see a cop, and I'm like, okay, to girl Joanne, I'm like, let me ask the cop, he must know the area. So I said to the cop, I'm like, we're lost, we're looking for this thing at the church, and he's like, you know what? I don't even know where the hell I am. Yeah, and then my PD. So, yep. But yeah, now we have other means of direcciones, right? Let's see, what the hell was I talking about? In March 2020, the St. Patrick's Day Parade, which first came to the Big Apple before the country was even born in 1762. So it's been going on for a long time. Hell yeah, why not, man? It's fun. You got some corned beef, some beer. You got some or Irish stew, even better. Corned beef and cabbage, love that stuff, man. And it was also among the first public gathering to be canceled as the coronavirus began spreading in the 5 boroughs. In 2020, I don't know why they mentioned 2019. Of course, the coronavirus came about in England in 2009, not England, in China at the end of 2019. So good. Aside from shocking, I'm not gonna do it to you, man. I'm specifically not gonna talk about all this war stuff because it's just too heavy. I think too many people are you're gonna people gonna have PTSD from these images. What's going on in there, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be informed. I'm saying there's a level of information that you need, and then after that, it's overkill, and it's not something that you ever want your kids to see or that type of thing. Just let them know, you educate them, but it's not about watching these horrific things 24 hours a day. Anyway, I'm going to reveal 61 married men who revealed why they cheat. So I found this to be a very interesting article. And I don't see myself as a cheater. Uh, Although there have been times, you know what? That's when you get tempted. And there's other women, they know that too. That's why these married guys, they do so well with dating. And I knew, I was in the club business. I knew guys that come in who weren't married and they wear like a wedding ring just to get hit on. It's a free ride, right? If that's what they're looking for, they know that there's no hangups, and it's a whole different situation. So I'm not saying do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying I'm going to say this. You ready? Every time you have a chance in your life to be really happy, you should do it. You know, and no, we're not talking about cheating. I'm just talking about stuff. Happiness is not overrated. So, Randy, Maryland, a Maryland, a Maryland man that didn't come out right. That was wrong with me. Who's had a little case of Biden just there. Who's been married for 20 years, happily married, right? And he's having multiple affairs. Now that's a good balancing act, multiple. So you're in a marriage, and that's demanding as it is, and women and texting and all that, and if you're not on it, they want to know. But basically, your whereabouts. May as well dare wear a dog collar with a GPS on it, 24 hours a day. What are you doing? Where have you been? Excuse me, officer. What was that? So I didn't realize how heavy that is until I left a relationship, a long-term relationship, and realized the amount of freedom and not having to answer to someone or not being on the defensive every day, not feeling like I'm attacked all the time. I mean, like it's kind of funny how when you get into these things, it's gradual. And then it creeps up and just gets into your bloodstream, and they do that on purpose. The gentle nagging, which turns into a daily honey-do list of hell, and no matter what you do, they're still never happy. I'm not talking about all people. I'm talking about those who are like that. We'll say that, right? So this guy's been cheating for, I don't know, he said his mistress, he says, offers something different than his wife. Well, obviously. Uh, So what's different now? This is a learning lesson too. It's not just about guys who cheat or people who cheat. It's a learning lesson, right? For people out there that want to keep their relationships intact. So his most current girlfriend, for example, is always perfumed. She's always wearing sexy underwear. She's always attentive to his needs, and she's not cutting a fart in front of him. So he says it's an oasis, and that's the truth of it. You know, laying in bed, and that all your other just decides to let one loose. You know what I mean? And there's a time and a place for everything. You're basically pooping the bed when you fart in the bed like that. I mean, people do, but it's nasty. You can go into the bathroom, sit down on the toilet, and let one loose. Ba boom. But there's the gentle way and the not gentle way. So just laying there, then boom, and then that horrible smell that comes after, and that that's the person that you're with in a relationship. It just does something to you, man. But when do ladies become women? Or I know when girls become women, this transition, they have to have enough training dealing with others to know that what they want, what they don't want, what they don't want to tolerate, and what there's a thing, But when they become women, it's a whole different thing. But ladies, who doesn't like a lady, and who doesn't like a gentleman? So, and you can maintain your gentleman's this and your gentlemanness and whatever, but then the lady you're with leaves that behind, stops taking care of themselves, maybe puts on a bunch of pounds. Oh, you got all the people out there. Well, it's okay if they gain weight and blah 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 blah. You know what? In one sentence, you're saying it's not okay because it's unhealthy. On the other sentence, you're saying it is okay. So whatever, man. People are what they are. I gotta lose weight too. You know what I mean? But people are what they are. And when you meet them, that's what they are. That's what they're like. Now, there's a lot of people who with the Botox, the women with the Botox. I see guys doing Botox now too. It's frightening. But all the makeup and all the putting on a different face and whatever. See, man, I'm not into that. I like people who are natural. I'm not into put the mask on because then when you see them for real, once they take off the fake eyelashes, that Botox wears off, and the mask and whatever, you wonder who the hell they are and how they got into your house. Who are you in my bed? It's me. Remember, you're a woman. And I have a list of stuff for you to do, so get to it. It's just like that for you young guys. That's what you've got to look forward to. What I just said, you just record that and keep it in your pocket. Make it the ringtone of your phone. All right, so this one's got the sexy underwear, always perfumed. That goes a long way. Listen, there's also something about when you're with somebody for a long time, it just wears off. Like pizza is my favorite food. Could I eat it every day? Sure. Could I eat it every day for a long time? Yeah. Could I eat it every day forever? No. I have to have a steak in there somewhere. I've got to have some chicken. You know what I mean? Maybe some egg rolls. Maybe it's a little bit of sushi. I have different tastes and different needs. That's why, like, I don't even shop for any like days ahead. I can't. I'm a daily shopper, which became hard during COVID because I started using Instacart. There's only so much you can afford. I had my 2 deliveries a week from Instacart, and I look forward to that. That's like an activity and a happy kind of little thing when they come bringing you food. That's my dream. Sit at home, work from home, and people come bring you food. Uh, okay, so Joe, another married man, said he likes cheating on his wife for the thrill because his current mistress and her husband have both been to the house. Oh, so he's getting her, and she's married to another dude, and they all know each other. You see, that's some stuff. If you're in a relationship and you're friends with someone like that, and that guy is jumping on your wife, that's like a death penalty right there. I'm sorry. There's just some stuff. You either then or at that point you just walk away. If you find out, I have a friend, this dude, I should have him on the air and tell you his pathetic story. And I told him not to be with this woman because she was nasty to begin with. And this is a long time ago. Married his first girlfriend that had a bunch of kids, and then she's cheating on him. Using his van. This guy hid in the back of the van before she went out, and she went out and picked up her dude, and they started getting together, making it and stuff. And he popped out of the van like, ha ha. So that's how we used to roll back in the day, like spies, man. you know. But what a horrible experience. And now it's turned into just to a funny story that his friends tell, like me. And you don't want it happening to you, but it does happen. But then they separated, they're gone, right? I mean, but there's a right way of doing things, a wrong way of doing things, and there's a lot of people out there that don't want to not be in a relationship, so they're going to monkey branch while they're in a relationship, and then let the chips fall where they may, which is crappy, especially if you know the person. That's not something you can get out of your head either. So let's see. He said, if the spouses ever found out, her husband would kill me, and then my wife would revive me so that she could kill me. Ooh, ugh, kinky. But that's the threat of violent retribution is what makes it fun. Is what he said. The sex is absurd, says Joe. Says Joe. It's the risk of your good life. Then why don't you just stand, go grease your feet up and stand on the edge of the Empire State Building? jump out of a jump out of an airplane with like a defective parachute. You know, a one out of five. Just do Russian roulette. What do you mean the sex is absurd? Sex is sex. That's all people ever do anything for is sex and money. I mean, every commercial, every show, everything is designed for that. And then that's it. Oh, when you get older and you can't have sex anymore, they just sell you drugs, designer drugs, or the other stuff. Pain relief. I'm starting to pay attention to those pain relief commercials, man. Pain relief. That's life. You start getting over that. You're in your prime. I'm in my prime right now, but that's going to be over soon. Then I'm going to be just pain relief. Get that AARP card. That type of thing. Okay. These are just two of the 61 married American men, by the way, who confess to their infidelity. So let's see. No, 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 no. Of course, not putting their names in there. But it's important to understand, because maybe you can avoid it if you're in a relationship with someone. I don't think that humans are even supposed to be in relationships all that long, because it just seems like things go bad, really fast, especially now, social media, Facebook, people hooking up. It's very difficult. Like back in the day, people didn't have that many means of communication necessarily. I did with the party line. I don't know if any of you guys are remembering the party line. There used to be these telephone lines on Long Island in the city that you call in, and there's a whole bunch of people on there. There was a moderator, but they weren't really in there talking to you. And then, guys, girls, whatever. They had gay party line, they had tranny party line, they had straight party line, and you call it. And I met a lot of girls. So that party line all over Long Island. I was shooting all around, even up there in Westchester, man. You know what I mean? It was interesting. And then you're on there talking and whatever, and you're having a good time. It's conversation. So now the internet is like that on steroids, right? It's a whole different world. People sharing stuff, sexting to each other, sharing naked photos. All right, let me see. Most Americans don't approve of infidelity out in the open. It is cheating for a reason, I mean, you're not going to go up to a guy and his wife in a mall. How do you feel about infidelity? Oh, it's terrible, terrible, terrible. Being faithful is next to God. I'm not even religious. What would Jesus do? So, according to a Gallup poll, 91% of both men and women find it morally wrong, unless they're doing it. Even then they'll say it. People lie to the end. Look at that Jussie Smollett, Jussie Juicy Smollett, lying, lying until the end, and now he's called himself a civil rights leader. That's how stupid life is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did anybody tell you that was going to be like that? So let's see. In disapproving of it, more than polygamy, 83%. Human cloning, 83%, and suicide, 77%. So people don't like it more than all of that. Polygamy, human cloning, and suicide. I don't know, polygamy. If you had a bunch of wives, you might want to commit suicide or clone yourself and get the hell out of town. How many women can one man handle? I don't know. I don't know. It really depends, I guess, who you are. I would ask those Mormons, but they tend to run past my house now. I don't know what that's all about. After I talked to them that one time, let's see. But despite finger wagging, 1 in 5 Americans have been unfaithful at least once in their marriage. So 1 in 5. You got 20%. 20% of Americans believe in cheating. Those are the ones that you found out. Who are these people? Wondered the author of Cheating Land. A Cheating Land. Who are they and what do they want? They want sex. They want action. They want not to be bored. That's why people get into all kinds of kinky stuff, so they're not bored. Are there certain traits that link men who cheat? How do they keep from getting caught? And what happened when they did get caught? There's that show, Cheaters, and you ever see that with this guy who would show up with a camera and catch people with like the person's girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever they got, wife, husband, kind of ambush them like what my friend did. The men he spoke with within range, let's see, were in their early 20s to mid 60s, and ran the gamut from teachers to truckers, sales reps to restaurateurs, lawyers and real estate agents, you know, Indian chiefs and princes. Yes, he met most of them through friends of friends, and berated them, I mean, questioned them, or interrogated them on their cheating ways. When my wife walked into the room, my heart would leap, said Lucas from Austin. She's the sun. She's the sun around which my world revolves. He's been married for more than a decade. I slept with somebody, and I slept with somebody else maybe 2 days before I got married, and somebody else a week later. He bragged. He said that he can't recall how many women he's been with. He did not love them. He said his heart did not leap at the thought of them. He said, I never thought, what would life be like if it was just us? Well, I mean, there's something to be said for the animalistic qualities of sex. It's a chemical thing too. The chemistry, that chemistry is right between people, and once you've acknowledged that chemistry is there, those people, things have to play themselves out, man. You could probably do more damage to yourself by not. I'm not saying go out and cheat. I'm saying that's just the way energy works. I'm just sorry. I'm not a dead end kind of guy. You know what I mean? I turn around, go the other way. Jeff from Portland, Oregon says all of his affairs were fairly emotionless. He kept his wife and lover in separate boxes in his brain. Compartmentalization. It's a very interesting technique. People tend to compartmentalize when they need to, when they have to have too much going on. They have to put things in certain rooms in their brains. It was a game I created when I was a little kid. I remember laying there in bed, 7 or 8 years old, whatever, and then later on, I kind of named it as parallel multilateral thought. That's what I called it. And I would have all these little rooms in my head, and in each room, something was going on simultaneously. And I'd start the exercises off in the beginning, like just doing the alphabet in one room, do the alphabet backwards in the room next to it, and visualize both at the same time what was going on. And then maybe the next room has like some numbers counting off, so that type of stuff. Compartmentalization. It's actually a good technique for your brain if you care about your brain at all. Let's see. And some of the people that cheating have affairs because lack of sex at home. You're in the sexless relationship. Your winky wants to party, but your dinky doesn't want to. To them, cheating means taking their sexual frustration into their own hands. Literally. Literally. And resolving the problem so they won't poison the marriage with their dissatisfaction or resentment. Right? I can't get no don't satisfaction. But in many cases, it has nothing to do with the problems in the bedroom. Let's see, Brett from Seattle, who is in real estate and has been cheating on his wife with several women. Cheating almost felt like a way for me to take a little bit of control back in my own life, he tells the author. I was making a decision so far outside of anything that she would approve of or have anything or real say over. So basically, she doesn't have control over who he's going to dinglage. That's my new name for doing it is dinglage. No offense to Peter Dinklage, who was the actor, the dwarf actor. No offense, but it's to dinglage. is kind of mess around, but mess around, but a little bit. you know, not marriage, but mess around, but a little bit. I think I just needed to do something. I wanted to do something for myself, and that is to give myself the gift of amazing heart pounding sex. You know what? I think you have it, my man. I had a birthday recently, said Steve, a radio host from the Midwest. And it was particularly crappy birthday. My birthday was a really an afterthought in my house. Yeah, you know what? When you realize that you're not important, it really is a hard kick in the nuts, man. After you do so much for the person that you're with, and so much for your kids, their kids, if you have kids with them or not, or whatever, be raising kids, you do so much for everybody, everything, and then when your thing comes around, it's like whatever. Same for Valentine's Day, same for birthdays. Ooh, I got you something. I don't know where it is, whatever. No, you know what I would hear all the time? You're a hard person to shop for. Really? I just told you guys on my show in the first 15 minutes things I like: bourbon, pizza, sex, whatever. Those are the things. Those are the things that I'm fond of. Uh, let's see. So this guy said he slipped out to see his affair partner one day right after his birthday because he was like, F that. That's my birthday present. Man, he's going to go tear it up for his birthday. Probably get some cake. I want an insane afternoon of endless, can't walk after it sex. After that, I did not care one bit about what my wife didn't do for my birthday. Oh man. You see, so that's more of like a revenge type of thing. You know, you're in a relationship with somebody who doesn't really care about your needs at all, and then, you know, you're gonna kind of it's more of a revenge even on the relationship than even the person, because that's a relationship that's bad. The person, if someone cheats on you, like my friend and then that woman, the one he was married to, if somebody cheats on you, it's not you. It's elements, and whatever you guys liked about each other in the beginning may not be present, as time goes down the road, especially after like you do get settled, when they do start ripping those farts as as you're sitting there reading a nice book. Yeah, and then they're like, boom. So, but this dude, all right, so cheating is like, okay, let's get a greasy, sloppy double cheeseburger and chow down on that, even though I don't know that it's bad for my heart, or I know that's bad for my heart, my cholesterol, my stomach, my weight, everything, explains Peter from Denver. Although sex is like burning calories, though. It's not a good analogy. He knows the cheeseburger is bad for him, but sex is exercise, man. But it tastes so good at the moment, he said. And while I'm eating, I'm not saying, oh, wow, I have to run 6 miles on the treadmill to work this off. So it's a cheeseburger, metaphorical in in his life. Having a wide array of mistresses is like a Frankenstein's girlfriend, said Morris from Cincinnati. You get to pick and choose what you like about everybody and have it all your disposal. Who was better in bed? Who was smarter? Who was more fun to talk to? Talking smarter? That doesn't. When I think of that kind of thing, I guess sometimes you want to have good conversations. After a while, with my ex, I couldn't even have a conversation with her anymore. It turned into accusations of nasty stuff. It was sitting there watching a movie or something, right? Whatever negative happened in the movie, she would have to bring something up or try to compare it to something that I did or somebody that I know, one of my friends, or whatever, family members, like anything negative, just to poke you and be nasty. There's people out there that are like that. I'm not saying all of them are, but I'm saying there they are. They are. All right. So there's a Russian roulette aspect to it all, isn't there? You know, and it's the risk of getting caught. Uh, let's say another cheater, Eddie. A 30-something engineer from Pittsburgh enjoying the danger, going behind closed doors with someone outside your marriage when nobody knows what you're doing is a huge adrenaline rush, he said. While many of the subjects in cheating land manage never to get caught, the old adage that the wife always knows if it's definitely not true. Really? I don't know, man. I think that for a long time, a lot of women put up with men cheating and they knew it. They certainly knew, but it was either futile to do anything or they had kids or they're in a situation where, if they didn't work, the guy controlled all the money. There's all kinds of stuff like that. These days it's much different. These days it's not as much situational. I mean, especially for women who can have jobs and make money and not worry about, living on some dude's thumb, right? Or vice versa. Affairs, let's see, got discovered for all sorts of reasons, from wives stumbling upon empty boxes of condoms in the trash to mistresses showing up on their doorstep. You see, because to the person that you're cheating with, they don't care at all. They'll show up and tell that woman everything. You can't discount the sisterhood. The sisterhood is a very powerful, dangerous thing, to a guy. And if you understand the sisterhood, you understand that no woman will ever be on your side, not ever in your life. They might say it, they might act like it. No, that's just winning you over and kind of that deception, man. They could be CIA agents at that rate, you know? Never be on your side. Even if they're fighting with other women, they're two sisters fighting with each other and they want you to take sides. You don't take sides. You don't. Oh, your wife is fighting with her mother. You don't take sides. You say nothing. You say nothing because it's just a no-win scenario. You know what I mean? So, and empty condoms in your own trash? Really? Really? So, anyway, at least he's using condoms. Not like that Elliot Spitzer, former governor of New York, when he got caught with those prostitutes, and he was specifically asked not to use them. Ugh. And then there was his wife just standing there with that face. She had to just kind of take it all. I actually had some sympathy for her for a few. Let's see, and also for reactions from jilted wives could sometimes turn violent when long time, especially now, there's a green light for people stabbing each other. I see a lot of girls like stabbing people. I think that is something you want to stay away from. So when the longtime wife of Larry from Chicago, who'd been involved in multiple affairs, found a secret phone in his pants. Oh, you left your secret phone in your pants. And then you have to tell her what that is. What's this phone in your pants? I don't know. You have to say, nah. When you get busted, a lot of guys say, let me think, hold on. Hold on, I gotta think. What do you have to think about? The phone in your pants. Oh, hold on. When you get boxed into that corner. All right. Let's see. He said, I was really afraid she was going to stab and kill me. Larry said when the police arrived, he realized that and realized only Larry had noticeable bruises and cuts. He said that they took his wife to jail because she became enraged and attacked him with scissors over the found a phone in his pants. So and that's it, a pair of scissors. Attacked him, man, stabbing him. Poor bastard. Well, that's what you get for screwing around. So yeah, for the sisterhood. Ha! For all the guys out there, stupid. Put a phone in your pants. Some phone. I don't know what's in people's brains. I think people want to be caught when they do stuff, right? One man revealed that his affair came to a violent end. Scott from Dallas recalls being stopped outside of his house by a man who asked him his name, then punched him in the face with a pair of brass knuckles. Oh, brass knuckles, no. Oh my God. You don't want to be hit with brass knuckles. When he regained consciousness in the middle of the street, he saw the car barreling towards him. The car pulls up next to me, tires screeching. He says, "Leave my effing wife alone, mother effer." Was it was it that dude? That sounds like a lot of people I know. Leave my effer wife alone, mother effer. Was that dude that, let's see. Then he takes off down the street, and after that, I said to myself, "No more married women ever." See, there you go. Yeah, this is not cool to do, man. You know, even Samuel Jackson, he's the one I'm thinking of. His wife. Leave my effing wife alone, mother effer. So aren't you Samuel Jackson? Yeah, mother effer. Leave my wife alone. Getting out of here. Go screech my tires now. Look at it, run your ass over my big expensive SUV. All right. Anyway, so that's what you get in crazy situations like that, right? And then we have we have. I think we just jumped to Kanye because we're running out of time, man. I spent the whole damn hour talking about that. You know, Kanye West. Now Kanye West is Googling his ex's new boyfriend and sending him messages. So in a world of laughing though, you have to be, it's kind of funny that this guy Kanye is really into that's his big display of love and or control and possession on the whole Kim Kardashian thing. And he can't believe that she's just with this druggie, this like loser druggie. Except he's famous, which doesn't really mean anything to your character, right? Rich and famous means nothing to your character. I mean, really. So Kanye West appeared to spend the early hours of Wednesday morning Googling Pete Davidson for his latest round of angry Instagram posts. The posting spree started with a screen grab of what appears to be a Breitbart, that's a conservative thing, article from 2019. West somehow dug up what do you mean somehow dug up? He Googled his name. Davidson reportedly scandalizing his audience with a joke about having sex with a baby. Ugh. And I would expect that from this guy because he's that kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not into that kind of comedy, or if you want to even call that comedy, I don't call it comedy. But yet another reason why Skeet got to stay away from my children is what he said. Skeet got to stay away. Surely West understands that, crude as it may have been, this joke was part of Davidson's stand-up act, and that art is not a proxy for any ill or harm. There you go. Can't hide behind art for everything, that's for sure. As Yee himself put it while defending the Claymation Easy video, in which he decapitates Davidson, he cuts his head off in the video. That's worthwhile seeing. West then attacked Davidson over his recent absences from Saturday Night Live, suggesting it was because he had a mental breakdown after we ran him off the internet. Like this guy Kanye or Yee is dedicating all of his time to kind of going after this dude. Not because Davidson's been filming a new movie. The Home has been widely reported. Uh, he's like, you not built for this. I already blacked the Super Bowl out on you. West concluded, apologizing to your family for being in your family. There you go. Apologize to your family for being in your West. West's two follow-up posts aimed at Davidson veered wildly from legitimately eyebrow-raising to flat-out ridiculous. In the first, the rapper made outrageous claims that he was concerned that Davidson would get Kim Kardashian hooked on drugs because he's in rehab every 2 months. The second was making fun of Davidson's Hillary Clinton tattoo. He got a Hillary Clinton tattoo? Oh my God. No wonder why this guy's mad. I was dating this girl, and I really liked her too. And she's like, "Oh, I want to show you this. It's really cool." She takes a T-shirt and just some scribble crap on it. I'm like, "What is that?" She's like, "It's Hillary Clinton's autograph." You got Hillary Clinton's autograph? I I left. I go to 7 never returned. That's right. So the rehab, and he said second to making fun of Davidson's or he already said that. Right, tramp stamp, tramp stamp, a tramp, one of those tattoo behind tramp stamp, P tramp. Here's this. You know what's funny? This guy a really good heckler. I appreciate that. Being a good heckler myself, I appreciate. So we're showing the people coming on, and hope you guys have a lovely time. Watch out for those relationships. Watch out for those cheaters. If you want to make it work, you try to make it work. Yeah, man. You go into all that. I went to therapy with my ex, and every therapist had like some kind of issue with her, and then she say, "Oh, we can't go there anymore because they like you. They like you. They think you're funny. That's why they like you. They're picking on me. Ugh. They're picking on her because she got a mountain full of problems, man. So anyway, I'll see you guys next week on this here show. Bye."